Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Tuesday, the 13th October, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Narayan's action in question once again. And in our feature for this evening, Big Rock takes championship honors in cricket tournament. We'll take this break and I'll be right back. Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. Sunil Narayan's bowling action has been reported again, this time at the end of the Kolkata Knight Riders' thrilling two-run win over the Kings 11 Punjab in their IPL 2020 match on Saturday. Narayan played a key role in the game, bowling the 18th and 20th overs in the Kings 11 chase on their way to returns of 2 for 28. The report was made by the on-field umpires Ganda and Gafani, according to the IPL's suspected illegal bowling action policy. An IPL statement said, adding that Narayan would be placed on the warning list but would be permitted to bowl unless there was another report against him. If that were to happen, Narayan would be suspended from bowling in the tournament until cleared by the BCCI's committee that deals with suspect bowling actions. Well, he would be afraid to bowl now. We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to build and maintain sporting facilities for recreational activities throughout the island. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, NEVIS.
Be a responsible citizen.
Well, I'm back and tonight cricket is in the spotlight. After weeks of exciting cricket in the tournament being hosted at the Vio Giant grounds, it all culminated in the grand finals on Sunday, 11th October. Big Rock engaged home team New Vision. New Vision won the toss and opted to bowl first. Very early in the innings, they may well have ruled that decision as Ross Powell and more specifically Jamie Cornelius took a liking to the bowlers and it rained 4s and 6s on a regular basis. When Cornelius perished attempting an ill-advised reverse sweep, the fortune shifted, as in the very same over bowled by T1 Prentice, Giovanni Tyson was superbly caught by a Delvin Phillip at first slip. The New Vision team slowly clawed back into the game as they restricted the scoring and got wickets in the process. However, the Big Rock team got to a competitive 168 from their 20 overs. The New Vision team commenced their reply in similar aggressive fashion, despite the early loss of Mills, as Jelani Manners and Delvin Phillip cashed in on the early bowlers. However, with the loss of Delvin Phillip chasing after a wide delivery, it was too much for Manners to take his team home single-handedly. And after his wicket fell, the New Vision team lost the vision and crumbled in fantastic fashion for 134 runs. Summary scores: Big Rock 168 for 9 in 20 overs, Jamie Cornelius 60, Ross Powell 25, Anand 24, Alvin 21. T1 Prentice 3 for 32, T Mills 2 for 14, and L Mills 2 for 15. New Vision 134 all out in 19.3, Jelani Manners 41, Adelvin Phillip 23. Kian Pemberton, Rakesh, Anand, and Giovanni Tyson all got 2 wickets each. Big Rock winning by 34 runs and therefore the champions of the league. Tonight we feature the first half of that game. Wendell Macy Wallace is one of the coordinators of this tournament. Wendell, how did it start and who are the real organizers?
Well, it's me and Dave Parry. We're playing some match over 3 years now. And after the close down for COVID, we decided we're going to start the matches again. We start with some youngsters, just say primary school, who say, well, just to get them back into the game. And then he had this team, a new team that formed. I think it took over the sports department. Said they want to play a match. Well, tell them, well, for one, I'm not going to put down Mr. Parry, because he's been coming for 3 years now. I'm not going to put on just so we can have a match here, and then after that, I don't know what happened after that. So I tell them, get the next team, and then we could have a match and we could rotate it between each other. And then Parry said, why you don't play a tournament?
Okay.
And then that way everything come from. And then we form a new club, the New Vision Togetherness, which come out there. You'll be surprised the reason why, but in a sense going to that way. So,
and you have a team now, New Vision.
We have a team that goes along with the club. We intend to add we have some young ladies that approached me about 2 weeks ago, so they want to go to netball, which is a good idea. It's about maybe 12 or 13. We want to add that to the club as well. We don't have football, we're going to play a 5-a-side, just a small area, to the club as well. We're going to have a tournament.
But do you think this one was successful?
Well, it's better than I expected. Okay. That's the thing about it. And next time I go on, for sure, we're going to open it and we're going to open our team.
Right.
So,
way back in today? New Vision. The center of the pitch, Mills is tossing for New Vision. And we have Jimbo David representing Big Rock. Coin is in the air.
Showing up.
What did they call?
Yeah,
tell me.
we're gonna bowl.
You're gonna bowl.
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that?
No, not really.
Not really. But you're confident that whatever they make, you will make.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna rough them up today.
Yeah, man.
All right then. Okay, Jimbo, the old soldier. You lost the toss, but that's not the end of the game.
Well, try to defend this.
And you're confident your team.
I'm confident that we win, and we have a few good players. Okay. So we should we'll see to the end.
Well, let's see what happens. Okay, all the best. All right. Well, the news from the middle is that the New Vision team has won the toss and has elected to send in the Big Rock team. It's going to be a T20 encounter. It's a grand finals of this tournament organized by Wendell Macy Wallace and Derek Ricardo Parry. And so it has been a wonderful tournament, many weeks of competitive cricket, and it has boiled down to this today, Sunday the 11th of October. And it has boiled right down to this. It's the big finals. New Vision coming up against Big Rock. So the Big Rock team will be coming out with the intention, I think, to really put bat to ball. They're a team that starts off with a lot of big hitting. We have people like Giovanni Tyson. We have Ross Powell. We have at the top as well a couple of other pretty aggressive batsmen, so we'll get the names in a bit, but definitely it's going to be a pretty interesting start. It could be fireworks or it could be a lot of early wickets. We'll see which way it goes. Well, speaking of power hitting, we have two of Nevis's finest in terms of young, exciting batsmen. Jamie Cornelius in the red top, and in yellow and reddish, it's Ross Powell. So, two of Nevis's finest, I think, in terms of opening batters. And they'll be going helter-skelter at the top. Should be an exciting start to this game. And it looks as if it's going to be, well, I think it's going to be spin from the far end. And they have opted to start with young. It's going to be young Hardy Liebert who is going to bowl. So he bowls off spin, and it's an interesting start. Jamie Cornelius will take strike. So young Hardy Liebert will be moving in to start this game. Here he goes, moves in with the first ball, and that's a pretty flat delivery, but it started wide. The length was pretty good, speed was pretty good, but he just drifted down the leg side. So I think he's opting to bowl flat. Moves in once more to bowl to Cornelius. He's driving, gets the inner edge, and it goes down to the man at backward of square, who races across, picks it up on the run, and the Big Rock team off and running. But he certainly wasn't in total control of that shot. I thought Jamie Cornelius getting an inner edge and going down to backward of square for the single. They're going to have a quick chat, the two batsmen. So Ross Powell will have his first strike, and it's going to be young Liebert preparing now to bowl. Moves in now to bowl. Full pitch delivery, is driving back past the bowler, but the man at long off. I thought the batsman a bit relaxed on that occasion. The ball wasn't travelling all that quickly, but they decided against the single. So Liebert, pretty decent start so far. Prepares to bowl, moves in once more to bowl flat, and good delivery. There's an appeal there, but he got definite bat on that, and they were screaming for a run out. Fielder a little bit slow. I thought Jamie Cornelius managed to get home pretty easily in the end, but a good start so far by young Liebert. Here he goes once more, moves in once more to, he's on driving, goes past the man at mid-wicket. The man at long on comes across. They're thinking of two, but I don't think that's on. A bit of an overthrow, but Patrice Nisbet Jr. comes across as the wicketkeeper and does well to stop it. So, quiet start, pretty quiet start so far. So I would say that he has started pretty well, young Hardy Liebert, as he moves in once more to bowl. I think this will be the final delivery. Slow, turns it into the onside. Jamie Cornelius calls quickly, and they're off and running. Another single, and that effectively ends. Let's make sure. No, apparently there's another ball, but so far so good. He certainly slowed up that one. So he's thinking and trying to outsmart the batsman. He moves in once more to flatter. He's sweeping this one, and it goes away backward of square. The man is racing across. T1 Prentice, he will pull it. No. I thought that a bigger effort was required on that occasion, but it has gone away for four. Swept away nicely by Jamie Cornelius and gone for four. He goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Powell. Powell is beaten! And there's a loud shout. Frank Munzak is on move, but that must have been pretty close. Leg by signal, but that must have been awfully close. Ross Powell was playing across the line, struck on the pad. There was a loud shout, and umpire Frank Munzak says no, missing. So Nisbet races in now to bowl to Cornelius. He's banging this one, punches this one away. T1 Prentice is chasing for all his worth. He might just pull it in. He's out of our view, but I think Frank Munzak will signal, and that's gone for four. Dropping it just a wee bit short, and he rocked back on the back foot, and he really spanked it. And T1 Prentice just a little slow there, and it went away for four. So it's going to be Nisbet once more. Races in now to bowl to. He goes area, and that's gone for six. My goodness. It was just a whip off the pads, and it went all the way over mid-wicket for six. Easy like that. He just lifted it without really smacking it. He didn't really punch it hard. He just lifted it off his pads. It was more timing than anything else. And it sailed over the mid-wicket boundary for 6 runs. Good shot there by Jamie Cornelius. Looks as if Delvin Phillip has taken over, setting the field now. And it's going to be Liebert. But full toss, spanked it, through mid-wicket, and he isn't walking. It has gone racing across the outfield for 4. Full toss, and he wasn't even walking. He was not even looking for a run, much less. And he just spanked it, found the gap easily. Gone for 4. 27 for no loss. We're just into the 3rd over. So Jamie Cornelius has started in terms of the bulk of the scoring for so far. As here goes once more, Liebert. Another full toss, but he's choking that one. Knocks off the hand of Delvin Phillip, and it races into the boundary for 4. Delvin Phillip was moving across to his right, got it pretty hard on the hand because it was hit hard, and he certainly slowed that one up, and he was leaning into it. Lovely shot by Jamie Cornelius for more. 31 for no loss. So 2 balls, 2 fours. Looks as if this might be a pretty expensive over as young Adi Liebert. Let's see if he can come back from this one. Moves in once more to bowl. He's driving, but this time back to the bowler who gets a foot to it and can't score. I think they're working on a plan though, and Delvin Phillips still nursing that right hand. Would have been struck pretty hard that as he moves in once more. Adi Liebert been told to bowl outside off stump. Full toss, he bangs it down the ground. That's traveling. That's gone. Oh, that went down the ground like lightning. Struck ferociously. Another full toss, another loose delivery, and he's banked it, hit it hard, down the ground for 4. This should be a good test for Ross Powell. Phillip moves in out. Oh, there's a full toss. He's hitting it down the ground. That's 4. Full toss, and Ross Powell reached for it and slammed it down the ground for 4. Over pitch, and he treated it with disdain. Lovely shot that by Ross Powell. So it's gonna be Phillip racing in now. It's time to bowl to Jamie Cornelius. Bowl short. He's pulling that one majestically, but there's a man deep. And oh, poor bit of work. That was young Nisbet. He just stood there and spread his legs wide and allowed the ball to go through. Gone for 4. It was pulled savagely, yes, but it was pulled straight to the man at deep mid-wicket, Nisbet, and it was an awful bit of feeling. Gone for 4, another boundary. Runs here just coming as if it's mango season. So it's going to be Phillip. He's been a bit roughed up in this over so far. Moves in once more to bowl. He's down the track and he pulls it. The man is running across. Can't stop it for. Oh, disdainful approach by Jamie Cornelius down the track to Phillip, and actually playing almost as if it's a spin bowler and just smashing it through mid-wicket for 4. So it's going to be Prentice to bowl to Powell. You get the impression something is going to give. Flat, too flat. He punches it, but finds the man long off, and he feels it nicely. Gets a strong return in. So when Prentice put in his hand to that, that was really one for keeper's gloves. It was thrown hard, but he held on to it. They got a single. And I think that's the 50 on the board, 50 on the tins. But that was dragged down. So here goes once more. That's a good delivery, I thought. He again wasn't to the pitch, but he has knocked it hard enough and away from Jelani Manners to go for 4. So he wasn't to the pitch, but he went through with the shot. And that's the good thing about when you're in charge. You are confident. Wasn't to the pitch, but decided to go through nonetheless. And got it away from Manners and gone for 4. So he's marching along merrily here, Jamie Cornelius. Prentice bowled flat and he's banging it in the air over the head of long off. 1 bounce 4. 1 bounce 4. It's raining boundaries here at the VOJN grounds. Long off should have been right back, really. I don't know what he was doing in 3/4 way. Really should have been right back. But it's gone for 4 and he's coming back in. He's not in the circle. Well, I guess he should be in the circle. but he was maybe he should be back. Prentice dragging it down once more, moves in now to bowl. Better delivery, he's finding the gap once more. Manners can't stop that, that's gone for 4. Again down the track and just banging it through mid wicket for 4. And Jamie Cornelius has taken total control of this innings. So Prentice moving in now to bowl to Powell. Powell goes aerial. Is the man going to make it? Gets a hand to it and drops it. So Nisbet was traveling. He got around a long way, and it would have been a very good catch. And I think that's what Prentice is applauding. He ran a long way, got both hands to it though, and floored it. So chance going to Beggin. Cornelius now in strike. He's the one who is really going pell-mell here. Moves in now to... That's a good delivery, but that's it hard. It hits smack on the roof of a car at the far end. But that was hit savagely. I mean, it wasn't the worst delivery in the world. He kept it a little bit back of a length, but he didn't chip down the pitch, Cornelius. He just stood there, stretched down the pitch and almost slug swept it savagely. And the ball landed on a car at the far end. I think that roof would need to be repaired later this week. That was hit hard. So Ross Powell settles. T1 Prentice bowls. He's swinging, beats the keeper as well. And I think it's going to stop inside the boundary. The man comes across and they only get 1. Let's see what the umpire signaled by. He was comprehensively beaten on that occasion, as he had a swing at that. Keeper also beaten, and for all that they only got 1 by, because probably they thought it was going for 4. No, Jamie Cornelius will settle. Here he goes. Ball him! Oh, he got a bit overconfident, I thought. Trying the reverse on that occasion, deciding, well, I've been belting the bowling so much that I'm just going to sharpen them now. And he decided to go for the reverse, and he was comprehensively bowled. And so T1 Prentice getting one to spin and picking out the middle stump. So a good knock, but not the best of finishes. Pretty arrogant, that one by Jamie Cornelius, opting for the reverse. And it's as if, well, I've been beating you all so badly that I can do anything. And it didn't work on that occasion. One ball beater replaces another. Giovanni Tyson is also well known as a very good striker of the cricket ball. But can this bring the New Vision team back into the game? Because Jamie Cornelius, out of the 80 plus on the boards, scored all of 60 runs. It means that he was the trendsetter. Get rid of the trendsetter, can he get back into the game? Here's a chance for New Vision. And right away, Delvin Phillip has put in a slip. He himself, he has gone to first slip. So he's looking for something early. Trying to get rid of Tyson early. Off the edge and going away down too deep. The man at deep back of the point, they're going back for the second. And the return is very slow in coming. They got 2 very easily. So, Prentice will prepare now to bowl to Tyson. Here he goes. Got brilliantly got! So he knew what he was doing. Delvin Phillip put a slip in there very early. The ball spun. Giovanni Tyson was trying to cut it, got the top edge, and it was a sharp catch. Brilliant catch that by Delvin Phillip. Strike 2, and New Vision has struck for a second time in the same over. Compliments of T1 Prentice, and he's making a difference here. Giovanni Tyson marches back to the pavilion after making just 2. And what a turn of the game we're having all of a sudden. So T1 Prentice has certainly turned the game on its head after they would have bolted out of the stables, the Big Rock team. Suddenly, with Jamie Cornelius back in the pavilion and Giovanni Tyson out in the same over, this could make a difference. Let's see if New Vision can really capitalize on this. So it's going to be Deloy Prentice moving in now to bowl to Ross Powell. Let's see how his game will change. He's sitting this one down the ground. The man is racing across. That's Jelani. Oh, brilliant save that by Jelani Manners. Sliding and stopping that one beautifully because it was traveling. And fielding makes a difference in any game. And suddenly the New Vision team is bubbling here. So it's going to be Prentice. Things are a lot more quiet now since the dismissal of, and he plays it cautiously into the onside. Philip is in attendance. So since the dismissal of Jamie Cornelius, it has been a total different scenario here. Things are a lot more quiet. Powell looks around towards square leg. Good delivery and he's solidly forward. Plays it well. So suddenly things have changed. Things have changed a whole lot, I could tell you. Ross Powell decided maybe I need to play out this man. This man has turned the game on his head with those two crucial strikes. T1 Prentice, all the way from Clegot in Gingerland, moves in now to bowl flat and fast. He's pushing it nicely. That's a lovely looking shot. The man is racing across from deep extra cover. And poor work, I thought. Poor work, I thought. Oh, it was all timing on that occasion. It was a lovely shot. And it was racing downhill. But I thought the two men could have done better. But in the end, neither of them pulled it back. And that ball raced off the bat of Powell really sweetly. Lovely shot, 4. So here goes once more. Moves in now, Mills to bowl. He's swinging into that. That's a massive hit. That's gone a long way. And beats the two men at long on. And the mid wicket goes between them both. And gone away for 4. So giving it the long handle on that occasion, Anand. Oh, that's as short as they get. Pulled away. Oh, poor bit of work, I thought. Looked as if he was in for a great stop. And that ball went away from him for 4. That was hit hard by Anand. It was dragged down by Prentice and Anand hit it really hard. Travelled across the outfield very quickly. 4 runs. Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.